Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have a very brief talk about the potential resources for the greatest empowerment of the people of Israel. I'm going to be very, very inclusive. I've always been when I talk about the people of Israel. I do not repeat the mistake that has been the bane of the people of Israel, dividing themselves, excommunicating themselves. Before I proceed, I want to make something clear. So many people or so many persons in this nation have done so many awesome things. So many persons who are of Israelite descent have worked tirelessly to make sure that the unique light entrusted to Abraham the Hebrew did not go off. So, I am not saying that the people I will mention in this discussion are the only people that have worked. But the people I'm going to mention in this discussion are going to bring something new to the table. Hitherto, the two major arms of Israel have worked strictly apart. I will do a correction here. There was at a point they worked together. Between 1950 and 1966, these two arms of Israel were coming together. But life happens. I would say they went their separate ways. And this has not augured well for us. But you need to be a person of vision. You need to have done the research in order to know what happened. But again, right now, some people are doing some very important work that is doing what? Bringing these two arms of Israel together. And when they are brought together, they will be unstoppable. That is why I said I'm going to talk about the secret sources of Israelite power, of the power of the people of Israel. I will get in by telling you something that you are going to see very soon. Presently, an Ashkenazi Jew is number one in two extremely important areas of study that has effectively conflated and combined Igbo and Jewish studies. Did you hear what I said? Even the most reckless skeptic, will realize that it is recklessness indeed to doubt that the Igbo people and the Jewish people are two sides of one coin. And an Igbo is number two in this union that I mentioned, because there's a union. These two worked together. And what I'm talking about became manifest. I'm not going to mention their names now, but you can have their initials. This Ashkenazi Jew is M C M S A. This Ashkenazi Jew is M S A. You'll get to know more about the Igbo in time to come. All you have to do is get your seatbelt ready. A Sephardic Jew who believes very strongly that he's of Igbo origins. I guess you know that some Igbos were Sephardim. Some Igbos were Sephardim. Those Portuguese ships that came to West Africa, some of them contained Sephardic Jews. On the sea coasts, bordering some parts of Igbo land, you would find locations like Forcados, Escravos. These are Portuguese names. So this Sephardic Jew, who is also 100% Igbo, successfully found deep connections between the Igbo patrilineal tradition and the Jewish matrilineal tradition. For a long time, he was at a loss about how the Igbos and the Jews can become one people again. By the way, while majority of Jews and Igbos are sleeping, there are people that don't rest. Then he went into deep research and found out that both traditions were provided in the ancient traditions of Israel. When the going is good, the patrilineal tradition is the tradition to be followed. But when there is intermarriage, the matrilineal tradition comes in to force the people to remain one people, to maintain their peoplehood. Remember, this talk is about the resources that will unleash the power of the people of Israel. We have already seen what has come out when an Ashkenazi, MSA, and an Igbo came together and worked together. I told you to get your seat belts ready. And also, what has come out when a Sephardic Jew who would pass for an Igbo, a Sephardic Jew who is also Igbo, embedded himself inside the Igbos. And the Igbos opened the doors of Omenana to him. Omenana is the earliest Israelite religion and culture, the one that Moses was familiar with. They opened it up to him, and he did this groundbreaking work that I am talking about. You have seen what has come out, the verities that are coming out, because this nation is becoming one. And because there are people who do not know everything we are talking about, so they say things that shouldn't really be part of the conversation, I want to end by saying, when we talk about the Igbos, or when we talk about the people of Israel, we mean the Igbo people and all the people that descended and are affiliated to them. I will mention some of them now. There are descendants of Igbos in huge numbers in the African American community. There are descendants of Igbos in huge numbers in the Caribbean community. There are descendants of Igbos in huge numbers in the Afro-Latino and Afro-Canadian communities. There are descendants of Igbos in Sierra Leone, Liberia, Gabon, Equatorial Guinea. We are still looking at the growth, the manifestation in Equatorial Guinea, but it's totally believable because during starvation in Biafra, that place controlled by the Portuguese could have accepted Igbos. And we are pretty certain that there are remnants of Igbos in Cape Verde. Then we are talking about the Jews. There are so many arms of this family of Israel too. We have the Ashkenazi, we have the Sephardi, we have the Mizrahi. These are the broadest categories. We have the Samaritans. We have the Samaritans. We have the Karaites. The Karaites were Jews who left Judaism and came up with a different religion of Israel. We have the Beta Israel. They identify themselves as Jews today. But originally they were the Falashas. I heard that they don't like that name. They were the Falashas, then they became the Beta Israel. Now they are the Ethiopian Jews. So they may be grouped inside the Jewish community. These are the group of people, these are the groups of people that we see as the people of Israel. So if you don't come in as an Igbo, you come in as a Jew. If you don't come in as a Jew, you come in as a Samaritan. If you don't come in as a Samaritan, you come in as a Karaite. If you don't come in as a Karaite, you come in as a Beta Israel. When all these people come together, we have found the secret sources of the power of the people Israel. Thank you. Please subscribe. Ask your friends to subscribe. We need empowerment to grow this channel because of so many reasons. You know some of them. Some of them include that this is where you get that information. You get nowhere else. Thank you.